Hello, I am Beercat and welcome to Spa. This is the first race that I did on Spa of the week. I really like this combination. The GR.1 cars pick the Audi R18 on Spa, like top tier race. So the big thing on this race is you got to pit once. So I pitted, took tires, but other than that, we'll let the race go here. So I'm playing on a PSVR2. So I've got the interior cockpit view, which is very restrictive on visibility. Kind of makes it hard to be in traffic. The first corner is always a mess coming out of there. It's kind of crazy how it is. 5-2. Pretty good on the first opening, and only having a few laps under my belt, having not done any racing with anyone else. I was pretty timid going into this, not thinking I could hold on to my podium. All the hungry cars. A little bit contact behind. Back into the cap. Probably pushing a little bit too hard on this opening lap. I still don't know where to brake for that corner to this day. On the Fuentes cam, looking at me up in front here. Trying to stay in the lead, keep going, get comfortable, and just put some laps down here. He's catching my draft and catching right up onto me. He's trying to figure out how to get around, but he can't figure it out here, so he just tucks right back in. And I messed that up, going a little bit sideways on that, sent me a bit wide on the out. Lost my spots, tried to stay over, get out of the way. And going side by side here with the Canadian. I don't know how he let me in front of him, so I just tucked in. He is pushing hard here. He just tried to get around on the inside as I came all the way across the track. Didn't realize, but I shut the door on him. Coming around here, trying to make a fast exit, and he made contact with me. Put me back, cost me some time, and allowed Fuentes to get around as well. But Fuentes messed up the braking a little bit and went a little wide, but he started closing the door, and we got a little bit of rubbing going on. Both cars separated without any crashing, and we're on the way. And I messed up that braking zone again, and Fuentes just rammed me. He got a 2-second penalty for that one, by the way. Pushing hard, but he's going to get stopped up here. I'm just trying to settle into some good lapping here, figure out better lines, see if I can find some pace. Redemption on that corner, doing it better, and woohoo! Got a place. A little spooky, it ghosted just in time there. I'm back on the podium, following the Canadian. run count. But I still don't know where this braking zone is either. You have to be so patient on this corner. It's just so hard not to floor it too soon, like I did there. I also need to figure that corner out, but braking here, coming in wide, and I think I'm just hitting too much brake, but I've got the rest of it down pretty good. My racing mediums are starting to wear down up there. You see them floating in the top left corner of the VR view. Occasionally when I look over that way. Still trying to chase down second place here. I think I'm starting to figure that braking zone out a little bit better. Back into the car. And of course, this is the view I get the whole race that we're going. There's really not much point to move my head around or anything in this car because you can't see anything around you anyways. Also, back there, I don't know how I stayed in bounds on that one. Pixels. Pixels. Corner doesn't feel as good if you're not accelerating through it. More messing up of that corner every lap, I think. I hit it in varying degrees of bad and more bad. Bad and worse. I really thought about clipping this race up, but I'm not popular. I don't want anybody to watch me, so I think I'm just going to give all of my races like this. The full race, not cutting any time out of them. Just editing cinematics. Plan to start posting more of these. Oops. I should have did the in-car for that one. Should really figure out the names of this racetrack for the corners. Downwards facing carousel. starting to figure out the braking zone and that better because I'm ending up in this corner with more speed. Second just in front of me. And I'm into second place since Bav, the Canadian, pitted. At this point in the race, I don't know that anyone has pitted yet. And also, when you see my in-cab PSVR view, I don't have anything to give me my lap counters, lap times, position, anything while I'm racing. And I often forget what lap I'm on, so it's just all done by like me thinking the tire's starting to wear out. It's that or I follow people if I see them. First place in front of me there, and I'm just trying to push as hard as I can. Trying to gain some time so I can pit. At this point, I was confident that I was going to stay back out for another lap, no matter what the guy did in front of me, as I was running pretty fast laps for what it felt like to me for the last couple laps, and I wanted to keep that moving. Tires didn't seem to be wearing out too bad. As first place going into the pits there. But as you can see when we switch over to this view after the race, I found out that I was doing 204, 205, 204, 205. So I was running a decent pace for being new at this and having only set a 203.9 for my qual lap. But now I'm out here first place on some worn out tires trying to defend my spot. It's really important that I don't mess anything up, that I continue doing fast laps that I have been doing up until this point. As you can see, tires are going a little bit out, but still managing them. I don't think we slow down too much. Second place isn't that far behind, and third, Power is just coming up behind him. Bath, the Canadian, behind him. We have that spin out, places changed to Bath and Power now behind me. I'm still ahead quite a ways, but I do have to pit, and I don't have enough time for a pit. That could have been bad right there, but I managed to save it real good. Continue driving. Didn't interrupt my flow much. It's a real big thing about incidents that I learned while doing ice racing in IRL is things are going to happen, the car's going to get weird, and it's about focusing from that point forward and just resetting really quickly. First time I've gone into the pit, I have not practiced this. Let's go check out the competition. This is them coming around the pit. I did not have enough time for that. And we've got the soundtrack of this is just my in-car, so we're going to hear the pits right now. Bav going for the pass. Doesn't pull it off and really let off to save that. And I'm coming up behind him. Joining in third place now. Fuentes is behind me and not far back. Into the cab. And as I said, so I got a lap time on my wheel. Gives me my last lap. Other than that, I don't have place, positions, anything. It's the best of it on that corner so far. Trying to stay on the pace here. Is not far behind me now. He seems to have a faster pace than me, but I think he makes more mistakes. See a little bit of green mesh as I turned my head into the cab there. That's me drinking some beer. Good. Just gotta stay hydrated while you're racing. leader here now. We still have mice on, by the way. Pretty sure Power is a controller player. Fuentes is not far behind me. The American follows him up way back there, a couple corners. So it's really a four-dog race right now. Is not falling behind. He is catching up. Really trying to get going here, but every time I try to push, I end up going slower. Going down the hill now. Can I increase my place on the podium? Can I even defend my podium spot? We'll see here. I am not making place on second. Pace on second. Stu's hands when he's cornering and shifting are great. We're really coming up on this here. And I am going to try to push for this really hard here. And it didn't work out. I am thankful I didn't make contact there, though. Fuentes and I get into it, but I defend the podium through the line. And then I'm going to go look back here at a couple of the incidents and check those out. Let me pull that up. All right, so I don't really have a route here. I kind of have to pick the shallowest thing. I'm already on his side. He should have given me room, but he, of course, gave me none. Zero. Like, he wanted to give me no space, so we made contact. I really don't think I'm at fault here. I slid further into the road. I didn't leave the racing surface. I didn't, and I'm still on his side of his door here, so he's just the one who got a little overzealous trying to win it and get in front of me. It's the podium on the line, so when you're risking a podium, I guess it's a valid move. I'd call that fair in both parties, though. I don't think anybody was being too off. He should have given me a bit more space, but if he just... It's not like we contacted hard. It barely upset his car. He just, I think, swerved out because he realized he didn't give me space as soon as we touched. But whatever. All right, next one. That one's fine. Oh, I got a different view on it. I mean, yeah. Seems fair to me. What was that? Yeah, no. Hello. Alright, coming up here. Nope, that's nothing. Where am I finding? What am I doing? What's going on? I recorded these. Yeah, it was one of my offs. That was fine. Oh, this was a good corner. But I don't have it in the recording. What am I looking for here? This was a fun corner. We got together and went around it actually pretty good together. And I just stayed in it. Alright. Oh yeah, that leads up into this here, so I stayed in it. He wanted around me. I don't know if I like slowed down too much, but I was trying to emphasize out of that next corner, and I didn't think he'd catch up to me there, but I went down to the side and I was trying to do it, and I didn't. You just can't see anything in the VR perspective since I'm playing in the VR perspective, and I really didn't know that he was next to me until we were making contact there. But didn't hurt anyone too bad. Didn't end up too much. This is the one that I'm kind of feel bad for. So Fuentes here came around me and then gave me pretty much a bus stop because he went around me and then just stopped in front of me and then went out wide. So I chose the inside line and I started trying to get around him and he started closing it off. So I ended up more and more and more in the dirt. I probably should have backed off, stayed behind him, but I didn't like his pass on me. I don't know what it was at the time. I thought he was going to leave that inside open and I wanted to claim it. But we made a little bit of contact on the rear. I think he readjusted. He got caught on me, I think, what happened. So he got a little bit sideways. He must have his traction control on. And his traction control prevented him from actually doing anything there. He couldn't throttle anything here, I'm betting. The car was just giving him crap because we were stuck for a while. I went off throttle as soon as we touched a little bit. And then I was like, why? Got back on it. We made separation. I just kept going. I don't know. I feel like that one was somewhat fair. It's probably my worst offense in here. I probably should not have went for it, but I really thought he was going to go wide because he failed the stop. Yeah, bummer. At least the contacts here, they weren't too bad, so that's always what you really want to go for. Wait, so I bump him out on the back, and then I come around and I bump the front of his car and set him right. Is that really what happens there? That's funny. Nice. Well, not a bad incident, if I do say so myself. Pretty good for the first race on Spa.